So this Osage bow here is a little bit of a special one. Now, I had originally intended for this bow to be my own personal hunting bow, but the way that life has worked out, I do not have a truck or a freezer or any of these types of things that are really important when you get into hunting and you need to bring a large animal back to your house. So I've decided some of these bows need to go, and that includes one of my personal favorites here, which this bow I nicknamed it Pellegrino, because as soon as I'd finished it, got it all completely done, came up out of the basement, went outside, and a falcon flew right through my front yard. And Pellegrino is it's Latin or Italian for peregrine. So there's a lot of peregrine falcons here in the Quad Cities, and it's one of my favorite birds. I always like to walk around in the wintertime, and every now and then you come across one that's eating on a duck or something like that, and it's just a kind of a special experience for me, given that I was part of a falconry club when I was a younger lad. So the bow's Osage. It's some pretty dark Osage, and there's very few knots on it. There's a couple of pin knots, but the ring's been chased really well. The tips are just plain carved in, you can see there, and then on the back side you can get maybe a little bit of the detail. And the same here. The profile, one of the other reasons I called this bow after the peregrine is because peregrine is a long-winged falcon, and the shapes of the wings are these long pointed triangles, and that's the design of this bow. It's got a little bit of character to it, it's got a little bit of curve. It's all compensated for, though, really well. Some propeller twist this way and the top limb that way and the bottom limb. Some kind of like bumps and ridges, but it's really gorgeous piece of wood. It's aged nicely. This bow is about 4 years old. I haven't shot it all that much in the last couple of years. Most of the bows that I have been shot probably around 500 times, which is good, because that means that they're stabilized in terms of their performance, and I know that they're safe to put out there for other folks. The handle is blue wool yarn. The string silencers are beaver fur, strings Dacron B50. Get this guy strung off. Now, the tiller on this bow does look a little bit funny, and that has in large degree to do with the way the power twist is in this bow. So I'll show it to you like this, and I'll show it to you like this, and you can tell it looks like it's off in both directions, but it's actually really well balanced. Well, compared to some of the bows that I've seen out there on the web, it looks good kind of regardless, but I won't even go there. Alright, and yeah, this is up. Get an arrow on it, and we'll see what the draw weight is. Now, this bow is designed to pull at right around 29 inches, so we are at 65 pounds at 29 inches. So this bow will shoot a nice, good, solid, heavy arrow. If you're shooting primitive, you can use a heavier tip or whatnot, heavier shaft. And it's a very reliable bow, given the length of this bow, that there's so few knots on it, that it's Osage. It's safe to draw it back easily to 29 pounds for a lifetime, or to 29 inches and 65 pounds for a lifetime. So this bow should last the entire length of the hunter, so long as it's taken care of properly, that nobody draws it to beyond 29 inches, so long as it's stored horizontally, not left in the car, not left in the attic, not put in some place that's incredibly damp like a wet basement. Just, treat it like you would any other piece of art, and this bow will last you for a lifetime as a functional piece of art.